I'm Kevin, otherwise known as Forum BX257, here to bring you another vintage G.I. Joe toy review, and today I'll be taking a look at the 1983 Whirlwind, the G.I. Joe twin battle gun. The Whirlwind was probably inspired by the real-world M167 VADS, which only had a single-barreled Gatling gun, and definitely didn't have this deflector. The Whirlwind has quite a lot of features on here for such a small, cheap little toy. It had these little opening doors on the cannons, so you could see the bullet detail in there. Underneath, you can see it has these unfortunately very shallow thumb wheels, so you can turn the Gatling gun and pretend fire it. On the base, this thing could swivel, and the cannons can elevate. They can't elevate individually, but you wouldn't want that, really. Of course, while it's a towed vehicle and it has the wheels, this is the first time we have wheels which turn down into a more of an emplacement form. Of course, these wheels, they look an awful lot like the 1984 ASP wheels, and they operate quite a lot the same. Here I have an ASP here. However, the ASP, released in 1984, has an extra little bit there, so when it's folded into its locked position, it actually is quite locked and stable there. Whereas on the 1983 Whirlwind, it doesn't have that bit, so it just kind of dangles. Not that it really matters. I mean, once it's down, it's down. Now, despite having a lot of moving parts, I do have to say the Whirlwind is a very sturdily built little toy, even with the completely removable covers here. They rarely get lost. They do really fit in there quite well, and then they snap in quite decently, so they're very rarely lost on the aftermarket. Another nice thing is the way the machine gun handlebars are molded. They're actually quite substantial, and even if you have something as awkward to pose as the straight arm figures, they do actually go in quite well and are quite secure, despite the fact that even the seat doesn't have a back peg. And so even a figure like my straight arm rock and roll fits in there very well and securely. Unfortunately, once the wheels are up in the towed position, the base can't actually swivel around 360 degrees the way it can when it's in its emplacement mode. And sometimes the very thick ends of the cannon barrels do rub up against the hands. But I'd still say that that's really not really much of a problem. I think adding the Whirlwind to the Wolverine is a very good choice because, well, despite the fact that these are massive machine guns and probably not really meant for anti-personnel, you could still use it as an anti-personnel addition to the Wolverine, which doesn't have anything other than long-range missiles. Well, that's all the time I have right now. Please check out my Facebook page for more information and behind-the-scenes photos for these reviews. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for next time to see another 1980s G.I. Joe toy review. See you then.